Hey, what's happening, everybody? Rod J back again to take a look at another beer. Actually going to take a look at one from out of Portland, and this is from a brewery I've not experienced previously. It is from Upright Brewing Company, and this is actually their 6. So you can see that right there. Big old bottle again. I don't know why I keep getting these big bottles, but it's a lot of beer to drink, and probably should be doing bottle shares at some point, but I'm going to get through it. I'll be alright. 1 pint, 9.4 ounces, 6.7% ABV, 25 IBU. So a neat looking label. Another one I just happened to notice at one of my local stores. Pretty big write up on the back. I'm not going to read all of that. I'll try to get that all in the description, but I'll give you a little bit of it from what I see here. 6 is a dark rye saison displaying caramel malt tones and earthy hop flavors. A delicate fruit character brightens the profile, starting with a full palate that finishes light and semi-dry. So there you have it as far as what they kind of describe this one at. The other paragraph kind of gets into a little bit more about the beers and their series, how they all named their beers after a certain number. And it actually is going back to a nod to when breweries used to basically create these beers using the starting gravity of some of the Belgian brewing degrees. So I'll try to get that all put in the description. You can check that out if you want to read that information. But let's go ahead and get this open and get it into a glass. And always love a good rye beer. Wow, lots of smoke right out of the glass, out of the bottle too. So into the glass it goes, and oh my, look at that. I actually didn't pour too aggressively, but I still ended up with a pretty good large head, as you can see there. 3-finger head easily. But look at that bubble action taking place there inside of the carbonation. Got some big bubbles, some small bubbles, a lot of good stuff happening in there. And not even trying to really smell. I haven't got to the aroma part yet. The aroma is actually coming right out of the glass rather easily. Now this one does seem to be a bottle conditioned beer as well, as I can actually notice. Let's see if I can get it close to the camera there. Some of the little fragments that might be in there as well from some of the malts. So the glass is perfectly clean, but for some reason it's picking up a little bit of that stuff happening there too. You can see it if I switch hands, and then the camera zooms right there. You should be able to see like that little black speck or whatever. So it looks like that is from some of the malts that may have been used, but the body of the beer is pretty much jet black. I mean, you're not seeing anything through it. You're not picking up any of the stuff happening. It is just that dark of a beer. Not even down towards the bottom where you're seeing that much of a reddish tint. So we'll call it jet black. As far as the aroma, I'm getting a lot of that sweetness from the malts coming right out. You do pick up kind of that caramel. You do pick up kind of a toffee type feel. But it's kind of got that syrupy type creaminess in there as well. Almost has a little bit of a slight bubblegum note too. Now on here it talks about the caramel malt and earthy hop flavors, and I would say you do get some of that, but you don't really get much of the hops really taking place on the aroma, so maybe in the taste we'll pick that up a little bit more. All in all, it's not dark to be like a coffee, but it's got like a dark sweetness. It's kind of like almost pouring like a maple syrup type smell out. As far as the taste, oh wow, oh, that is smooth. I mean, that's like really smooth. That initial bitterness, but then on the back end it is kind of that semi-dry that's mentioned, not to the full aspect of being totally dry, but it's just like on the back end it slides right down the throat afterwards. The texture, very creamy, man, off the tongue, already into the cheek area. It's already got flavors tingling in the mouth. As far as the carbonation, it does have a little bit of liveliness, but not anything too heavy. I do feel a slight urge to actually burp, which I'm holding back on right now. This is definitely one that you do not want to rush through. And yeah, this is kind of one you want to do a bottle share. So it's only 1 pint, 9.4 ounces. And it's only 6.7 ABV, but this has that tendency to possibly sneak up on someone. Now you got the lacing taking place on the glass as well, so the head's breaking down very nicely, still hanging in there some, but it's leaving that lacing behind. Yeah, you want to kick back and relax with this, maybe pop a cigar and just chill. I mean, this is a nice, relaxing beer. This is actually one I would actually have like dessert as well. It's got so much sweetness to it that if I had, you know, a piece of like chocolate cake or something with some chocolate in it, this would actually be a great one to pair up with. At 6.7 on the palate, I'm getting the medium to full body. Definitely more, feels more to almost a fuller type body. But I'm really loving the mouth action taking place. It's causing that sensation that kind of, you know, it's not really as an astringency to pucker up, but it's kind of got everything in the mouth tingling enough that you just want to keep tasting that flavor. It gets you salivating pretty nicely on this one. The finish, nice long duration on the finish, which I like. You can put this down, talk, do whatever you're doing, and still have those flavors kicking around nicely. Oh man, this one is it's another nice one. And they actually use an open fermentation for this beer too. So I don't know if all the batches actually match up the same, but I always enjoy a nice dark beer, and this one, like I said, when I poured it, I thought it might be more of a coffee type thing, but no, it's got a nice sweetness to it. It's something you can just kick back and relax and enjoy. So there you have it. This is the Upright Brewing from 6. A decent rye beer you should check out. Well, with that being said, I appreciate you swinging by and check out another video. I look forward to catching you down the line on another one. As I always say, keep drinking good craft beers, and I will see you next time. Cheers.